Good morning, Coach Scotty here with your daily mindset video. Now, today I want to talk about a massive concept. It's called energy pendulums, and it's based on a book called Reality Transurfing by Russian astrophysicist Vadim Zeland. I have huge respect for the man, but his name sounds like a Muppet character. Anyway, Vadim Zeland, Reality Transurfing. I took a course on this about, 4 years ago or something. I took a 3-month course on it. Super complicated book, really hard to find. I think you could get them on eBay for $400 or $500. They were out of print and they were hard to get because they were translated from Russian. And anyway, this guy's a massive big thinker, and his concepts, they're really hard to wrap your head around. The book is a challenging read, but the concepts are profound. So energy pendulums, listen, this is how they work. An energy pendulum is something where there's a situation that you were in that was very emotionally charged, like a fight with somebody, or a car accident, or some big situation where there's just a big bunch of emotional energy. And if you think of it like a pendulum on an old clock or a playground swing, it kicks way up high. And then what happens is, if you can breathe and calm down, you'll swing back to the side, a little bit of energy, a little bit less energy, less, and it's gone. That's kind of how the emotional state of something major that happens tends to go, right? If left to its own devices. Now, here's the thing. Part of energy pendulums is your subconscious playing an old cassette tape, an old CD, where it's remembering another time that's similar where you were hurt. And so it wants to protect you by just reliving this and keeping the energy up. And just like a swing set or a pendulum of a clock, if somebody gives it another push, it will keep going to that maximum tangent. So when somebody has something happen, it's very traumatic, and they're all by themselves, or it was very stressful or very emotional, and they're by themselves. If they just sit at home and think about it and calm down, the pendulum will slowly go down to zero. But if they call a friend, who, what just happened? Then their friend goes, oh my God, and they give it a big push, and it goes way up, and it comes down. And then they start talking about it to their friends on Facebook, and everybody's giving the pendulum a push, and it's going higher and higher, and it's got more and more and more and more energy, and it becomes unstoppable. In the case of social media, people, they'll build a Facebook group about this terrible group or that terrible thing. And it's all about this energy pendulum, and it's all about people pushing it and keeping that momentum going so we can all just be in this emotionally charged state. Whew. There are good energy pendulums and bad energy pendulums. And a pendulum's only job is to exist. It's our need for drama and relevance and excitement. It's not necessary. And if you think of an angry pendulum where you're really mad about something, that creates in your body neurochemical toxins. They're bad for you. They're hard on your immune system. They create anxiety or depression. They won't let you sleep. They're toxic. And here's the fascinating thing. Let's say, for example, one time I got a ticket from an officer, and I was wrong. The guy ahead of me rolled through the stop sign. I stopped. We both had a red truck, and he pulled me over. I'm like, you got the wrong guy. The guy wouldn't have it. Gave me a big fat ticket and a failing to yield, points on my license, all big deal. I was so mad. I told everybody. I went to court, and the judge said, you're too late. You didn't do a proper procedure. I had to pay the ticket. I'm still mad about it. And by telling you right now, I just recharged my energy pendulum, and I'm mad. It gets me. But here's the thing. If I immerse in that situation and I share that story and I re-get mad, my body releases all those toxic anger chemicals. And you know who's bathing in them? Me. That police officer from 15 years ago is probably retired. He doesn't care. He has no idea. My anger serves no purpose. That's the danger in energy pendulums. We get on these big fat energy pendulums, and we're getting smashed around, and we're just swinging our emotions like crazy, and it's not helping anything. You can't sleep. You can't concentrate. But here's the trick. When you're on an energy pendulum, you can step off. Just step off and watch it go left and right. Think, I don't need to be a part of that. Realize the pendulum isn't real. The thing that happened is real. And maybe you need to write a letter to your MLA or write a letter to someone. But when you do that, don't put in your anger. Distill it to what actually happened and a positive potential solution. And then you have to release your attachment to what happens next, because you can't control that. And if you become attached to them changing their ways, you're just on that energy pendulum and you're never going to get off. It's going to control your life. It's going to ruin your health. And the world is like this right now. I get on Facebook because I need to do a post in these positive, amazing groups that I'm running, the 21 Day Detox to the 6-week challenge. And those are good energy pendulums. And I get on Facebook and I see some post about the current activities of the world and I get all mad. And then 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes later, I'm like, whoa, Scotty, you're on an energy pendulum. Step off. You don't need this, right? And I'm on my fingers on the keyboard and I'm ready to comment on somebody's post. Yeah, well, you just don't. No, don't. Because listen, if I comment on that post, I'm sending a big energy pendulum drift. And then they're going to comment. It's going to fire it back the other way. And somebody else is going to comment. And you fire it back the other way and fire back and fire back. And you're just engaging in a great, big, dramatic, festering wound. Don't. So many times I've been on the verge of commenting. I was like, nope, I don't want to get on that pendulum. Not worth it. And what I love about the groups that I get to work with is that our energy pendulums are good. Somebody posts, I made this great meal and it tasted amazing. And somebody's like, that's awesome. I'm going to make it too. Holy cow, I made it and it's great. I'm going to make it too. Holy cow, you're doing so well. How much fat did you drop? Oh my gosh. And the pendulum is going up and down, and it's powerful in a good sense. It's a smile pendulum. It's a happy pendulum. It's a good brain chemistry pendulum. Those are the ones we're looking for. And if you were to look into things like, my son's into Star Wars, so I'm going to say a Jedi Knight or a Zen Buddhist, their whole thing is zero energy pendulums. They're just calm. They just watch the world go by. It's like, no, I'm good. It's not good. It's not bad. I'm fine. I'm neutral. And that's a fascinating element. I'm not there, but it's peaceful. And that's what we need to do, is be peaceful. There are things that are actionable items. There are things that we need to do to take care of the world and make sure that structure's in place that's logical and makes sense. You can't just be an ostrich and put your head in the sand and pretend there's no problems. Stick your fingers in your ear and go, la, 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 la. It's not that. But it's about not letting the energy pendulum rule your life and make you crazy. That's the deal. If you see something that has affected you and it's bothered you and there's energy, just go, okay, step back. Go, I don't need the big energy pendulum. Is there something I need to do about this? Write a letter, do something you need to do, and then let go. Just release it. And sometimes you can write the letter and then just set it on fire. You don't even have to submit it. Doesn't matter. Mentally, subconsciously, it's still a check mark. You've done what you needed to do. So that's my warning today. Mindfulness around energy pendulums. Stick with the good ones, the ones that are helping you, the ones that are making you feel good, and the nasty ones that are just making you crazy, don't. Unsubscribe. I stopped watching the news because it's just a big fat energy pendulum, because their ratings, their advertising dollars come from guaranteeing that you are on an energy pendulum. No thanks. I seek out the news that I need in the most honest and accurate format I can find. And then if I need to make a decision or have an awareness, I do that. but then I try to step off. And I'm not saying this because I'm some perfect master of this. I'm a student learning to not jump on energy pendulums. And so I share it, hoping it helps you too. Have an amazing day.